One of the biggest frustrations, I know for us and for many people that are looking to buy an RV, is the whole sales process.
It's expensive. It costs us about $38,000 a test. That's the good news and the bad news about this industry. The bad news is it's a small industry. The good news is it's a small industry. The whole point of that is to bring transparency to the marketplace.
Hey everyone, Izzy, MJ, and a special guest from Endless RVing. We are out here somewhere very different. If you watch our videos, you can see the landscape is different out here. We're at NIRVC in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the owner, the founder, Brett Davis. He was kind enough to come out here from Texas to meet us. I mean, that's pretty awesome. He's gonna answer every question that you are going to want to know or have questions about regarding NIRVC and what they're about. So Brett, thank you very much for taking the time to come out. NIRVC, from my understanding, and this is why we have you here, really started out of your experience as an RVer. So just tell us, for people that haven't heard about NIRVC, why you started it. What is this about?
So I'm a career investor, fund manager, money manager, if you will. Purchased the first coach in 1985. 4 travel Grand Villa. With 9 kids and now 27 grandkids.
Oh my.
RVing's been a big part of our lives. There was no aspect of it I liked other than the lifestyle. I did not like the sleazy sales experience. I didn't like the horrible service experience. Late '09, we thought we'd take some capital and see if we couldn't do it better, and we started with just service and storage.
Okay.
I'm big on differentiators, and we started to add differentiators as the years went by. We didn't get into sales till the very end of 2014, really by customer request. People were so used to calling, emailing, or texting, picking up and dropping off their coach. When they drop it off, give us their list of repairs, and it was up to us to have it ready for them the next time they went, be it working with their factory warranty or extended service plan. As you know, in this industry, people buy another coach every 4.3 years, and they didn't like buying a coach and then having to shuttle it across town and leave it for 3 months to get repaired and then bring it back. That's what got us into sales.
So we're inside. We had to get out of that heat because it's pretty hot out right now. We're inside the sales center area. So people are looking, they want to use your dealership. Where are your dealerships located?
Well, currently we're in Vegas,
Okay.
Surprise, Arizona, just outside Phoenix, Louisville, Texas, just outside Dallas,
Okay.
Nashville, Atlanta,
Okay.
and here in October we'll be opening up in Manassas, Virginia.
So you're getting closer to the, like, New York, New Jersey. Getting closer. I know that stuff's expensive up there, but we need something like this up there.
The plan from the very get-go was to develop a network of service centers in the travel patterns of high-end coach owners.
Okay.
We don't want anyone more than 500 miles from us, because that's exactly how far CoachNet tows, and they tow into us every day, all day.
I'm glad you said CoachNet, because that's who we have, and they're really good.
Yes, they are.
So now, regarding RVs that you sell, mostly motorized.
Only motorized. We have no towable lines whatsoever. If you happen to see a towable on our lot, it's only because it was a trade. No, we're a motorized dealer.
Now, one of the biggest frustrations, I know for us and for many people that are looking to buy an RV, if you're going to a dealership, is the whole sales process. Like, people are always thinking that they're going to get taken and what are they trying to sell me. We see it on the pages and the forums all the time. Should I buy this? Should I get this? A lot of people, they come in very guarded. So tell us a little bit about your sales associates. Why are your associates different? Why do you value them so much?
Personally, because I lived it, I despise the sleazy sales experience. In our business model, with the number of different revenue streams we have, a sleazy salesman costs us a lot of money.
Right.
Consequently, that's not the kind of people we hire. I don't mean sleazy, we don't hire salespeople. Many people are very familiar with Angie. She was our first hire. She was a stay-at-home mom, social butterfly, dug in and learned her product, and that was really the key for us and our company. I firmly believe it's easier for us to teach you product than it is to try and teach you character. And so when we interview, when we test, when we do background checks, when we look at social media.
Background checks, that's an important thing.
When we drug test, all of it is trying to determine what is this individual's character, because we can teach them anything else.
Yeah, and that's a really important thing. And we've talked about on other videos, especially when you go to RV shows, you see a lot of temporary salesmen that they hire, and just salesmen from dealerships, and right away. Like, I deal with people a lot. MJ deals with people a lot, and I can sense it right away when somebody's giving me a line. And yeah, it's a big turnoff for customers, because you're spending a lot of money. It's really important. You want to trust the person that you're buying from. Like, that's a big investment, and I think that's a really important thing and probably one of the big keys to your success.
For me, not only do I want to trust him, when I'm ready for my next coach in 4.3 years, I want him to be there. I don't want another show dog that was there for 2 weeks.
Right.
That's the good news and the bad news about this industry. The bad news is it's a small industry. The good news is it's a small industry. If we set our mind to it, we can literally develop a relationship with everyone who owns a coach. And that's precisely what we try to do through our motorhome club, through our service, through our storage, through Retroband, Protang, any way we can touch a coach owner, we want to touch them and develop a relationship.
So you see the background's a little bit different. We are in the service area now, also slash on the other side is your storage.
Correct.
And then you have body work that you do also. So tell us what you do here, and then more importantly, something about your techs. Like, your techs are probably some of the best in the industry with dealerships. So tell us how you go about getting really good techs, how you train them, and why you're different than a lot of other dealerships.
Well, service is the heart and soul of our company. When it comes to technicians, we try to hire, screen, test. We want to hire the right character. Do they have it right here? If they do, we will train them. It's expensive. It costs us about $38,000 a tech. We would rather train them the way we do things, the way we want things done. Not a lot of people want to do service, and I get why. It's very difficult. You know, if you're talking automobiles, you're talking about 12 repairs you do 1,000 times. Talk about coaches, you're talking about 12,000 different repairs.
Yeah.
One single warranty repair is 88 touches. Service is hard.
And now you talked about, you gave me a little bit of point off camera regarding Newmar service centers around the country, but more importantly, how many of those service centers do body work, paint work? It's kind of eye-opening. I didn't realize this, but if you want to share that with our subscribers, that's something pretty important.
Well, it's the same for most. I was sharing Newmar because you're a Newmar guy. There are 69 Newmar locations in the U.S. 6 of those locations have 70-foot paint booth. We happen to have 5 of the 6.
So yeah, that's really, really important, guys. When we try to we're fortunate by us, we have 2 places that we go to service. They're not dealerships. No dealerships will touch our motorhome. But we have 2 places, and it's so important. We talked about this in many videos. When you buy an RV, we say the first thing you should tour is the service center. That is, like,
I agree,
the most important thing, because we can almost guarantee you're going to be back for service at some point. And if you can't get your coach serviced, and you're still paying that note, that's really frustrating.
So I've been at it since '85, and these things break if you use them, and they break more if you don't. So no, you will be back. I guess one plug for our paint and body is we guarantee our paint and body work for life.
Another important thing.
We stand behind it.
So now we're in the storage portion of this big facility you have here. So just tell us, generally, you offer something that a lot of dealerships don't. Somebody chooses to store at NIRVC, what kind of services can they get?
With every storage customer, we fill the fresh water tank, fill and adjust the air in the tires, and if there's any wet cell storage batteries left, we check and adjust the water in the battery on every departure. We do free 4-corner weighing at all of our locations. That's whether you store, whether you're a customer or not. But from that free 4-corner weighing, we know what your air pressure should be for each of your axles, and that's what we adjust your air to before you depart.
And then there's one other thing I saw over here. I see everything that's in this building has one of these stickers on it with this little QR code. So if you want to tell me, what is that? Because obviously there's something attached to that.
That drives a lot of stuff. That's our coach location system. That little barcode goes on every coach that comes on our property, service, storage, you name it. And it stays there because when we scan that, anyone here scans it, it brings up your contact information if they need to get a hold of you. But more importantly, it brings up everything you want done on departure, everything you want done when you return. We have a number of storage customers who migrate across our locations. So if they're out west this year, they may be storing in Atlanta next year. We don't skip a beat. Our valets automatically know what you want. It allows us to track the number of moves per year, what time of day those moves are taken. Every one of these facilities has a personality.
Okay.
Everyone who owns a coach uses it for the same purpose each year. That allows us to see when they're coming back in and blocking out capacity in the service shop for a year ahead of time. We know exactly what kind of volume's coming out of storage.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Obviously, this person has the bugs cleaned off prior to being stored, because this is immaculate. and it looks really good. It's like, looks
You're
like,
bright
looks
boy.
like a
That's
job
the
I would
most-
do on it. You know, mine looks like this up front.
That's the most common request. On return, they want
Yes.
just the bugs washed.
Absolutely.
And then on departure, they want the whole coach washed.
So one of the really important things like we keep reiterating is service. Now, NIRVC is really one of the first in the industry to be doing something new. You talked about it on another video, we'll link above, but you're doing something different, transparency, right? Giving the customer the ability to rate. So tell me a little bit about the new app, that things are about to go live in a very short amount of time.
In this industry, all there is at best is a glorified invoicing system. 4 years ago, we started investing in building our own workflow system. We have 14 people in our IT department. The whole point of that is to bring transparency to the marketplace. We're going to let the coach owner in to our service system. They are going to see in the process where their coach is in the process. In short, we're going to shine the bright light of transparency across everyone in the chain to hold everyone accountable. It'll make us a better company. It'll make manufacturers a better company. It'll make extended service plan a better company. We're reinforcing that with our warranty rating system, where we rate everybody, all off the same metrics, all off the same numbers.
And then one of the important things in there is stocking common parts that go wrong. Because I'm sure your techs, and you're doing this long enough, you see parts that go wrong often. Just tell us a little bit about how that's changing also.
We're pushing hard for automotive type service. We want to be able to diagnose the coach and repair it with parts on site, trying to get rid of the days of diagnosing, then wrestling over approvals, and then once approved, then ordering the part, and then 1 in 4 parts coming in wrong. That's what we're trying to get around. And to that end, several of the manufacturers, REV, Newmar, they have stocked their fastest 300 turning parts at each of our locations so that we aren't having to wait for those parts. It's sad but true, but service levels go way up the second you go off factory warranty. Whatever's good for the customer is ultimately good for me. That's the bottom line.
Another thing that, talking off camera, that really impresses us is how you encourage RV inspections from an independent certified inspector. So, I mean, you're an RV owner. Why is that important?
Well, it's important from both sides. As an owner, you've bought a home. Everybody out there watching has bought a home. I can tell you these things cost a whole lot more than my first home did.
They sure do.
So no, as a buyer, I can see why you want that. The reason we encourage it as a dealer is it takes the pressure off us, Izzy. You're going to be inspecting a used coach. That's going to be one that we either own or we've consigned. If we own it, I want you feeling really comfortable that you're getting a good piece of equipment. And the fact of the matter is, it's rare these inspectors come up with more than we do. That's not because I'm pounding our chest. It's just when you take a technician who works on Newmar day in and day out, he knows what to look for in that particular model. If it's a consignment, it really takes the pressure off. We've got a seller who thinks, oh, you're just telling me I need to do all these repairs so you can make more money. We've got a buyer who wants a unit in good shape. By having an independent inspector takes us out of it, and just like a house, the two can agree on what they'll do, and then we'll do whatever they agree to.
So I think this is a very thorough review in like under 30 minutes of what NIRVC is about. We could be here for hours. There's a lot going on here, but it's really something that needs to be done. You guys are doing a great service to the RV industry because there's a need for it. So we do want to thank you for taking the time to come out from Texas to meet us. It's pretty awesome. If somebody wants to reach out to NIRVC, they're interested in either sales, service, storage, anything, what's the best way to do that?
Go to the web and call one of our numbers, the location closest to you and the department you're interested in.
And if you haven't watched NIRVC on YouTube, they're on there. You know, and if you haven't seen Angie, she is the face of NIRVC. We'll link their YouTube channel above. Also, go check them out because they do in-depth reviews of every RV. So in the comments below, let us know, what is your experience with NIRVC? Or is this the first time you've heard of them, and will you be coming over to pick up a motorhome from them? We do want to thank you for your time, sir.
Izzy, no, this is humbling. Thank you.
No,
appreciate
well, we hope to
you
see
and
you.
MJ coming out here to do
We hope
this.
to see you up in DC a little bit closer to us. We need
Absolutely.
something up in that area. But we do thank you for your time, and for myself, MJ, and Brett, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you guys on the road.
Thank you.